Howdy folks, I'm the Roleplay Gamer and I like to party. Welcome to Grim Dawn. I'd like to introduce you to the Monster Hunter. At least that's the that's the best name I can think of for it at the moment. I would call it the Witch Hunter if it wasn't for the fact that that's kind of already a subclass. If I hadn't already mentioned, when you pick... oh shit. Just, will you stay away from me? Alright, when you pick two classes, it sort of gives you a new name for that specific coupling. Ah, no! No. Alright, hold on. Let's just go back a little bit, because that was a complete and utter balls up. What? And now we've got zombies after us again. Okay, so we're healed up. Let's go back down. Jesus Christ. That's not how I intended for the start of the episode to take place. Alright, move it, please. I don't even have any health potions. That's going to be a problem. Okay, so, you know, you got your 5 classes, soon to be 6 at the end of the month. And when you combine them, they'll have unique names based on the combination, which I think is really cool. It doesn't add any gameplay significance, but it's just a nice little detail that I really appreciate. I'm actually kind of in the shit at the moment. That's alright, we can pull it out just like the movie theater. Don't worry about it, guys. So the combination I have here is Soldier and Occultist. Ah, okay. That's not a good start to the episode. Don't worry. That's why I put the portal down. We got this. I'll summon my Raven again, and we'll head back to the portal. So we just lose a little bit of experience, which I believe we can get back. So now we've got actually a proper start where I'm paying attention and I don't get swarmed from the get-go. Yeah, so I've got a Soldier and Occultist. So Occultist is quickly becoming my favorite class, or mastery, as they call it in Grim Dawn. It's becoming my favorite mastery because it's got a lot of sneaky things. You've got curses that slow and debuff enemies. You've got this plague thing that you can spread all over the place. You've got 2 different pets that you can upgrade to do different things. I've got the Raven at the moment, or the Familiar, if you like, which is more the utility pet. It can be upgraded to be a damage dealer, but I see it more as a utility pet. And to be perfectly honest, I know this is kind of wanky, but hey, you know, I'm a role player at heart. I'd be tempted to, regardless of what I'm doing with my Occultist, to waste 1 point into Summon Familiar just to have the Raven there, because it kind of feels cool. That's partly why I enjoy, like, it's not the only reason, but it's part of the reason I enjoy pet classes in action RPGs, is because you can have, it's so the next best thing to having a party. It makes you feel a little bit less lonely in all these dungeons and whatnot, which I know on some level kind of sounds a little bit sad, but what are you gonna do? I've confessed a potentially shameful part of my psyche here. Don't judge me, alright? So like I said, I got the Soldier Occultist, and what's so great about this game is, for the most part, the weapons don't rely... Hang on. How do I say this? The weapons don't always rely on skills. And what I mean by that is, when you think Soldier, you might think, oh, sword and board, or two-handed. Yes, but you can create ranged builds with the Soldier. In fact, from what I'm seeing, it looks like the 2 best ranged masteries are, in fact, Soldier and the Demolitionist. You can also create a ranged pure Occultist, but it's not going to have an active skill. You're just going to be auto-attacking. Whereas with the Soldier here, I've got this skill. Hold on. We just can't catch a break. The zombies keep coming after us. Okay. With the Soldier, I've got this skill called Cadence, which actually works with every goddamn weapon in the game. You know, one-handed, two-handed, ranged weapons of all kinds. It's fucking amazing. So what it does is, every 3rd strike, every 3rd hit, you do, you know, as it's fully upgraded, you do 256% of your weapon damage. And I think this also means 245 additional physical damage, so you can basically one-shot almost anything. It's pretty delicious. So what I've got here, you know, I'm rocking a bit of that. I've also got this thing that adds elemental damage and chaos damage, or something like that. I don't know, I gotta read into that more. But, and the other big part of the build is Curse of Frailty, which, amongst other things, what I like it for is the fact I should get my my dead body so I can get that experience back. What I appreciate the curse for is the fact that it slows enemies, which of course makes a range build spectacular. So as I've got it, oh, there we go, Tarnished Arbalist. I'm not going to take it because it's just white. But as it stands, fully upgraded, the curse actually will slow and debuff these enemies for 12 seconds. So I go into a fight, like it can be a whole mess of zombies, and of course it works best with already slow moving enemies. So if they're already slow moving and I slow them further, it's like it's just a shooting gallery. Lambs to the slaughter. Look at him go. Look at him go. You can just stand back, move every once in a while. Absolute shooting gallery. I love it. So then you can also, with cadence, let's say you've got 3 enemies incoming, like so. Like you can use 2 enemies just to charge a shot. And then it's like, okay, and this other enemy who's on full health, I can one-shot him. So you can like shoot 2 enemies and then take out the third with the third strike of cadence. It's pretty cool. I'm having a lot of fun with this build. So the reason I call it the Monster Hunter is because I want sort of a Van Helsing Vampire Slayer type of character. And of course I can't call it the, well, I can call it the Witch Hunter, but I don't want to call it the Witch Hunter because I don't want to confuse anyone. I think these monsters, see, they're not necessarily coming after me. I think they're just escaping or something. Sometimes they'll fight amongst themselves. But yeah, I believe it's the Occultist Nightblade combination is referred to as the Witch Hunter. And that's cool, but it's not really my style. I had a look at doing a Witch Hunter build, a Nightblade Occultist build, but it seems very difficult, if not impossible, to have, not impossible, but yeah, very difficult to have a strong melee build with the Nightblade. The Nightblade is more focused on melee attacks, specifically two-handed, which is fine. So yeah, I've gone with what is called the Witchblade, which is, I suppose, slightly ironic considering I'm not using a blade at all. So I've got this fancy, I believe this is in fact a unique weapon, the Hellmore shotgun. Now, despite the fact that it's called a shotgun, I don't think it actually spreads. Oh shit, okay. This is the only time I actually have trouble with this build. Proper bosses. I probably shouldn't have come in here because I'm going to be trapped. Okay, is there another exit? Please? Yes, yes there is. Okay, so I do great with regular mobs, but the proper bosses, not the champions, I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but you know, you got your regular mobs, you got your mobs that are slightly tougher, and then you've got your proper bosses, and they've got stars above their heads, and they're not impossible to kill, but you gotta kite the shit out of them, man. Yeah. There it is. Alright. I would like to thin the herd a little bit and get the boss on its own, because then it's just a matter of time. As long as I don't do anything stupid, like I said, as long as I kite it, it will go down. And cadence is actually very good, comparatively to my other builds for taking down bosses. It's still not easy though. I am playing on veteran. Maybe that has something to do with it. But yes, I'm trying to play exclusively on veteran because I would like to. All right, it's sort of like this. Like if I don't play on veteran, but with the goal of one day exclusively playing on veteran, then I've sort of got that crutch of, oh, I'm used to how it is on normal. We're actually doing pretty good. We're not. He's not killing us, even though he's actually substantially higher level than us. Well, I mean, I say substantially, but I suppose that's relative. He's level 17, we're only 14. But we're doing well. So there's not a lot to this build yet. It's really only the 2 skills. But that's all you need. So here's an example of just how radically different you can build things. Like going from, well, alright, here's the example. An occultist, right? My other occultist is using bloody pox and spreading disease around and whatnot, and that's kind of fun. So I just run by. I like don't even engage the enemy. I just run by, spread the pox, run around and kite everything and wait for everything to die, which is fun. This one is, at the moment at least, the occultist is just debuffing, slowing enemies down, and that's an ability that my other occultist build doesn't have. Then you've got the whole warrior thing. You know, a standard warrior would be using melee weapons. Mine does not. Combine that with a debuff of the occultist. See what I'm getting at here? Like, there's some serious choices here. It's pretty cool. And I'm also tempted to do, like, my, the occultist, the other occultist build that I'm referring to, the one that I used in the overview video. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. That's also an Arcanist. So it's, I can't remember what the subclass is, what they call the combination there, but it's an Arcanist, but I'm barely using the Arcanist skills. In fact, I kind of regret taking Arcanist. I wish it was just a straight Occultist. So there you go. Again, you know, even within just single classing, which you can do, you're not forced to take a second specialization within single classing. You can develop radically different playstyles, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I checked Steam this morning, and keep in mind I played like a couple hours today already, like 2-3 hours. That was actually a really easy boss. So much for me talking it up, but yeah, it's super, like, this is a lot of fun. Maybe, granted, now I can find fun in not having things be easy. Like, if it's too easy, it's like, okay, what's the point? But if it's slightly challenging, if it feels like, okay, this could be challenging, or this was once challenging, but now I'm killing it, now it's like easy for me, that comparison, I really enjoy that, because it makes me feel powerful, rather than having a straight power fantasy game. There's nothing wrong with having a power fantasy game, but personally my preference is to make the game make you feel like it is difficult, and then give you the tools to overcome that difficulty. And I feel like that's what Grim Dawn does really well. You know, you got to be a little bit smart to plan your build, but it's not, you don't have to pull out like the spreadsheets or anything, which I feel like you do with Path of Exile, which is fine. You know, that's another fun thing in and of itself. And like I've said that in my most recent Path of Exile build, Path of Exile is sort of, it's a game you plan, whereas Grim Dawn is a game you play. And that's why I'm playing both of them at the moment. One is not better than the other as far as I'm concerned. They just provide different experiences. They can coexist, which is really cool. So yeah, now I've got to start looking at what I'm going to add to this build. We'll grab the, we should kill the Overseer first. This beholder looking thing. Luckily they're pretty squishy, but sometimes I believe they can summon corpses. And they do some nasty electrical damage. So yeah, at the moment I just got these two skills. One that's on my right click, so it may as well be my auto attack cadence, and then I got this curse that debuffs, slows everything down. So I could stay with just those two, and you know, I'd probably get by, but I'd like to add some more. Okay, what do we got here? Caustic Musty Tone. So I've got two weapons, that's what I was talking about before. I've got the Hellmore Shotgun, which, despite the fact that it's a shotgun, I don't think it spreads. I think it is a single target weapon, which is fine. I mean, if it's spread, it would probably do less damage to single targets, which is what I want anyway, but I don't know. And then I've got a, well, it's called a blunderbuss, but you know, it's like a pistol. And a magical offhand that reduces cooldown and on my skills, which isn't necessarily important because I don't think I have any any skill recharge cooldown thingamajigs anyway, and it adds some poison damage, which is pretty cool. So this is more one-handed guns, pistols, if you will, the blunderbusses or whatever, they fire faster than your two-handed range weapons. So if I have a lot of fast-moving enemies and they're starting to overwhelm me, then I'll switch to, you know, this weapon set, and I can fire more often. Hopefully, take some of them out. Because Cadence does so much damage on that third strike, the reduced damage of the pistol isn't really that important. I can still one-shot a lot of enemies, which is great. War Shield, I don't want a shield. Cleaver, I'm not sure I want any of that. I might take the boots just in case. Okay, so this is probably going to be better than the Ruined Bone. It adds acid damage, poison and acid resistance, chance of 57 reduced offensive ability retaliation for 5 seconds. Interesting, okay. So I believe what I read from that is if an enemy hits me, there's a 10% chance of their offensive ability being reduced by 57 for 5 seconds, which means that I think then they're less likely to, their chance to hit is lowered. I'm starting to learn the lingo, I hope. If anyone knows it better than me and realizes that that is dead wrong, please correct me. I would like to learn. Okay, so this is, with this build in particular, it's a lot of fun phasing these zombies, you know, for obvious reasons, because they're fairly slow, so to slow them down even more, it's just like, it's like playing a zombie game, you know. It's pretty fun, and I do look like a badass holding this magical tome and a pistol. So I'd think about maybe dual wielding pistols. Now it's not a skill that you can grab. It's actually dependent on gear. You have to get, I think, either specific pistols that can be dual wielded, or you have to have specific armor that allows you to do it. I consider that, but I also like the idea of, you know, wielding a magical offhand, you know, like a focus, a tome or something that adds, I suppose, buffs, magical effects to my weapons. I'm doing physical damage, so, you know, I can get that added, like acid damage and whatnot to my weapon. I think that's how it works. I'm still a little bit confused as to which attacks will have, you know, the elemental or whatever damage added to them, and which ones won't. But, you know, like I said, I'm still learning. We're sorting it out. So I've got to find the Warden Cellar. Stairs down, stairs down. It's probably, I think it's up here somewhere. Oh shit, okay. Here we go. See, so they're starting to get close, so I've got my my pistol to hopefully take them down a little quicker, because it shoots quicker. I'm just concerned. No, we're doing all right. Cadence is still doing a shitload of damage. I was sort of tossing up between saying shitload and shit ton, so I said a weird word instead. Okay, switch back to the shotgun, which of course does more damage, and it has fire damage added, I believe, as well, as you can see by the blazing tip, which is pretty cool. It is a unique weapon, so that's probably why it looks a little bit fancy. I don't think you can expect all weapons to look like shit. I didn't even realize there were that many of them here. My god. Wow. Okay. This is good stuff though. I'm sort of close to dinging. I am fighting equal level enemies though, so I imagine the experience is lessened as a result. Though I have noticed something. As you can imagine, you know, I want to focus on the actual gameplay, so it's sort of tricky to be always checking down at the experience bar, but I've noticed on occasion, wow, where are they coming from? There's got to be a spawner around here or something. Maybe it's that. I better take that out. Occasionally I've noticed getting experience from hits, not kills. So every shot that I actually hit gave me a little bit of experience. Now, I'm not sure if that's the case all the time. You can probably see better than me, because you can afford to focus on the experience bar while I kill these things. I cannot. I'm not sure if that's the case all the time or just in certain circumstances, but I can't imagine what circumstances those would be, so I assume that that's always the case. I suppose I'll take it and sell it. I'll tell you right now, I don't like fast-moving enemies. I can deal with them fine, but I don't like it. So this is another thing I've got. Fighting Spirit. Far from beating you into submission, the sting of enemy blows rouses your anger instead of adding extra force to... rouses your anger instead, adding extra force to your attack. So supposedly, I mean, I should probably put more points into this, but the idea is, you know, when I do get hit, then my damage just increases, allowing me to dispatch things even quicker. But yes, I might also go into Soleil's Witchfire, which adds poison and chaos damage to my attacks, which will be pretty cool. That will be badass. What is this? Stairs down. Is this the cellar I'm looking for? Musty cellar. I'll have a little bit of a look around. I know the look of where I need to go, so once I get there, I'll know that I'm in the right place. I know it's in one of these cellars. So the game starts a little bit slow, but once you hit, you know, about this level, once you start running around this area, it really starts to open up. There are a hell of a lot more enemies. Although, then again, maybe it's just subjective, maybe it's just me. I really like fighting zombies. Like I said, because they're slow, so they're kind of fun to fight. They're not easy. They're not necessarily easy because they're slow, but there is an element of, alright, let's just test the skills on these slow-moving enemies and see what kind of nonsense we can produce. So I appreciate that. I don't think this is the right place, but we'll clear it out anyway. For the experience, maybe we can ding as a result. We'll switch to... Oh, okay. We might be in trouble here. Luckily, we have... Okay, we've just used our last potion. That's not great. Make sure we keep everyone slowed. So I was thinking about... I was tossing up, you know, a couple of formats for this video. I was initially going to do a hardcore character from start to finish. And of course, that's a dead is dead character. So once it dies, that's it. You can't play it ever again, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm aware, rather. It still shows up in your character roster, but it's grayed out and you can't play it or whatnot. It seems like the only thing you can do is delete it. So I like that it's there, but grayed out, because it's sort of almost like a memorial type thing, like a Hall of Heroes, sort of like, well, you once had this character, but it is now dead. And this is what it looked like, and this was its level, and this was its mastery, and this and that. So that's cool. So I was going to do that, but because the start is a little bit slow, I thought that might be a little bit boring for you. But by the same token, you know, what I would have done otherwise is level it up to level 10 and then start doing videos. The only problem with that is if it dies before level 10, I've just kind of wasted a couple hours, you know. But let me know if you want to see some hardcore gameplay, which I would like to do, because it could be fun. It's like, because it adds the tension of like, oh, is he going to die this episode? That sort of thing. I don't know if you guys like that, but maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Let me know. If you want to see some hardcore gameplay, do you want to see it from the very start? Or do you want me to level it a little bit? So keep in mind, level 1 you get your first mastery. You actually create a character, a generic character, without a mastery, without a class. And after your first level, you pick a mastery, and then on level 10 you pick your second mastery. So I just figure level 10 seems like a nice round number. What level are these guys? My level. Oh, okay. Yeah, more or less my level. I'm level 15 now. So I didn't even notice that I leveled up, and that's one of the things I like, that it's it doesn't give you this big flashy, oh, you've leveled up, you salty dog, you. It's just sort of a fairly I haven't got line of sight there, that's okay. It's a fairly understated sort of light explosion that signifies you've leveled up. How are we doing in the way of damage on this guy? It is a boss. I might switch to the shotgun. And you can actually dodge these attacks. That's what I love about this game. It's not a matter of, oh, they've cast a spell, so it's gonna hit because it's a spell. Ah, okay. You can physically dodge out of the way. Projectiles move slow enough that you can do it. So there's almost an element of, what's the... I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. It's, I don't know, it's almost kind of like the new string of roguelikes that have cropped up, like Nuclear Throne and Binding of Isaac and whatnot. I love that you get this orb of a whole of loot before, you know, when an enemy dies, because it's like it has that wonder of like, okay, cool, now I've got a big crate of loot because I've taken down a boss, and like there's a few seconds of, ooh, what is it? I will take that, and I'll take it and maybe sell it. I don't think I'll be able to wear that. I can wear the Vampresses, though. We get plus health and defense and armor. Yep. Sounds good to me. Ooh, okay. I like that there's the auto sort. If we want to click it a few times, you do get there eventually. Oh, okay, this could be good. This circlet. So we're trading less armor, a little bit of energy regeneration, which we don't need, and energy absorption, which we don't need. Fire resistance and offensive ability, which are nice, but we're getting plus cold damage, plus lightning damage, and plus spirit, and lightning retaliation, and it's more armor. Yeah, okay. Oh wow, let's zoom in a little bit and look at that. That is gaudy. That is full flashy. Where's this gonna lead, man? Maybe this will lead to where we need to go. I wonder if all the cellars and tunnels are interconnected. I wouldn't be surprised if they were. Be kind of cool if they were. Oh, okay, this might... Yeah, this is gonna bring us up pretty soon. Right there, that sort of eye symbol there is stairs up to the overworld. I think it's time to switch to the pistol. Let's get some speed all up in here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finding better pistols. I got a vampiric one. Some of the... So the guns are a little bit weird in that, like, you have a lot of different types of guns, but it doesn't seem like they fire differently. Some of them do. There's... I wonder if I can show you. They've got the pepper gun. I think fires a little bit differently. Well, it sounds different. That's one thing. Does it? Oh, that's faster, man. That's definitely fast. Oh, okay, it's got plus attack speed. Gun of the Rift Hound. Oh, okay. And it's, yeah, vampiric, so we get health back from it. That's really cool. So I'm definitely going to keep that. It's faster, we get a little bit of health back from it. That's perfect for those close quarters situations. That's the whole reason, you know, that I switched to a faster gun. Okay, looks like that's it, and conveniently coming to the end of the episode when we're come up from this dungeon. Splendid. Alright, cool. All done. Let's hope we don't end up in the shit up here. Ah, we kind of do. I'm gonna put down a portal. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's go the other way, shall we? Anyway, guys, taste the game. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And check out my music at ricardowhatstoutthere.com. Link in the description as always. Remember, let me know what type of Grim Dawn content you'd like to see in the future. Whether it's just me highlighting where I am at any given time with the characters that I'm playing, like this video, or if it's a start to finish hardcore playthrough, which could be fun as well. Maybe I can have your input in leveling, which is certainly doable because, you know, we have a lot of freedom in respecking and whatnot. That'd be cool. Be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time, guys. Roleplay Gamer, out.